go and see some building, we don't understand anything what it is. So unless we hear, we will not be able to actually appreciate the spiritual value of the places which we are visiting. So more than physical seeing, seeing through the eyes of knowledge is important. This is what Lord Brahma also confirms in the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam in the 14th chapter. Lord Brahma says, devotees have to follow a path called as Shrutekshita Patha. Patha means path. Shrutekshita means what? Seeing through the ears. We generally see through the eyes. But seeing through the ears. That means we have to hear more and more. We have to hear. So only when we hear, we will be able to understand the greatness of these places. So let us begin with our standard prayer. Just like before we begin Bhagavatam class, we sing Jai Radha Madhava, right? And certain prayers, Nashta Prayeshu Abhadreshu. Like that, before we begin discussing Gaura Leela, we sing this. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda. Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda. Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki, Shri Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki. So we are right now in a place called Shri Tota Gopinath Mandir. Tota in Odia language, it means garden. In Kannada also, Tota means garden. Telugu also, Totamu, Totam, right? Garden. So this is a place on the sandy beach of the southwestern corner of Jagannath temple. And this place is also called as Yameshwara Tota. What is it called? Yameshwara Tota. So here it's a very special place because one of the 5 Kshetra Palakas of this Kshetra, Jagannath Puri, called Shri Yameshwara Mahadev, resides here. We saw the Shivalinga there in the entrance. If you have not seen, you can see once again as you enter on the right side. So that is Yameshwara Mahadeva, who is acting as the Kshetra Palaka, the guardian, one of the 5 guardians of this Jagannath Puri Kshetra. And since Yameshwara Mahadev is present, this Tota, this garden is called Yameshwara Tota. And here Shriman Mahaprabhu, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he gave a place of residence for one of his intimate associates, one of the Panchatattvas, that is Srila Gadadhara Pandita. So Gadadhara Pandita, we have discussed about him in Mayapur Dham. We had his darshan also, Gadadhara Pandit. Gadadhara Pandit stands towards the immediate left of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in the Panchatattva. When we face the deities, to our right, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to the right, for our right, but he is actually standing to the immediate left of Mahaprabhu. So Gadadhara Pandita came to Jagannath Puri when Mahaprabhu decided to stay here after taking sannyas. And Gadadhara Pandita took what is known as Kshetra Sannyasa. Kshetra Sannyasa means it is a vow wherein a devotee decides to stay in that particular holy dham for the rest of his life, and he engages in devotional service there. So Gadadhara Pandita took Kshetra Sannyasa and he decided to live in Jagannath Puri for the rest of his life. So Gadadhara Pandita was given a place of residence by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in this Yameshwara Tota. So this is actually the place where Gadadhara Pandita used to stay. It is a residence of Gadadhara Pandita. In fact, it is told in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, Gadadhara Pandita Rahila Prabhu Rapashe Yameshware Prabhu Yanre Karaila Avase. It is said, Gadadhara Pandita remained with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and he was given a place of residence at Yameshwara. This is that particular place. So, Gadadhara Pandita was very expert in recitation of Srimad Bhagavatam verses. He could recite each shloka of Bhagavatam in 5-6 tunes, different tunes. And he would also beautifully explain each and every verse of Srimad Bhagavatam. Very beautifully he would explain the meanings of Bhagavatam verses. So, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to visit this Yameshwara Tota every day to hear the explanations of Srimad Bhagavatam from Gadadhara Pandita. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu displayed intense eagerness to hear Krishna Katha. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is teaching us by his personal example how a devotee should be very, very eager to hear Krishna Katha from devotees, in the association of devotees. As we discussed, Canto 3, Chapter 25, verse 25. In Mayapur Dham we discussed Satam prasangan mama virya samvido bhavanti hritkarna rasayana kathaha tajjoshanadashvapavarga vartmani shraddharatir bhaktiranukramishyati. We had discussed this verse, you all remember? So this verse says that one has to hear in the association of devotees Krishna Katha. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu practically he is demonstrating that every day Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya is so important. Actually there are 64 items of devotional service that are listed in the Nectar of Devotion, Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. These 64 items of bhakti are actually explained by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to Srila Rupa Goswami. And based on various scriptural references and authoritative statements, Rupa Goswami explains that any devotee who wants to make progress in Krishna consciousness has to engage in these 64 items of bhakti. You can study Nectar of Devotion, you will get a list of all the 64 items of bhakti. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, among these 64 items of bhakti, 5 are most important. What are the 5 most important items of bhakti? Number 1, Sadhu Sangha, association of devotees. Of course, if you associate with devotees, you will hear. Then second, Nama Sankirtana, chanting the holy names of the Lord. Third one, Bhagavata Shravana, hearing Srimad Bhagavatam. Fourth one,
residing in Dhamas.
Residing in the Dham. Mathura Vasa, to reside in a place where the Lord has performed his pastimes. Or to make your place of residence as a Dham by worshipping the Lord. And that is the fifth one, Vigraha Aradhana, Shri Murtira Shraddhaya Sevana, to engage in deity worship of Lord Krishna with utmost faith. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said these are the 5 most important activities of devotional service. Among the 64, these are the 5 most important. And among these 5, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said the most important is Harinam Sankirtan, chanting of the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. It's the life and soul of a devotee. It's the recommended process for Kali Yuga, the Yuga Dharma. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would perform all these different activities of devotional service with his associates in order to set an example for all the devotees to follow. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would go to Jagannath Puri temple to show the importance of deity worship. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would sit in his place Gambhira and chant for hours together to show the importance of Harinam Sankirtan. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would meet his devotees and discuss Krishna Katha to show the importance of Bhagavata Shravana and Sadhu Sangha. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would come here to Yameshwara to hear the explanations given by Srila Gadadhara Pandita on Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavata Sevaya. So, by seeing this place, this garden, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would remember the groves of Radha Kunda in Vrindavan Dham. And that is why you see they have created here Radha Kund and Shyam Kund, 2 ponds. Because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was always in Gopi Bhava. He was always absorbed in the mood of Radharani and the Gopis of Vrindavan. So anything he would see, he would immediately remember Vrindavan Dham. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saw the Mahodadhi beach, he remembered Yamuna river. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saw the sand dunes here, sand dunes, because of the action of the wind, the sand from the beach will form, hill-like structures there and here. So when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saw these sand dunes, he would immediately remember Giri Govardhan. And he would go to embrace those sand dunes. Oh, this is Giri Govardhan, like that. So when he saw this Yameshwara Tota, the garden, he remembered the groves of Vrindavan and Radha Kunda. So in this way, he would actually remember various aspects of Vrindavan Dham. There used to be a huge banyan tree here in the Tota. And when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saw this, he would remember Vamshi Vata. Vamshi Vata is a very beautiful place in Vrindavan Dham, a very special place where Lord Krishna would stand in Tribhanga position under the Vamshi Vata and he would actually play his flute. And that attracted all the devotees, the gopis, the gopas, and even the birds and animals of Vrindavan forest also would get attracted to Krishna by hearing the sweet sound of the flute sounded by Krishna. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would remember Vamshi Vata upon seeing the banyan tree here. And in this way, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was always absorbed in Vrindavan mood. Wherever a pure devotee goes, that place is Vrindavan, because he always carries Krishna within his heart. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu demonstrated this fact here. And it is said, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, it is said here, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to often visit Yameshwara Tota, and this is mentioned in the Chaitanya Charitamrita. Jyaishtamase Prabhu Yameshwara Tota Aila Bhakta Anurodhe Tahan Bhikshaye Karila. In the month of May and June, the same time when we have come, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to the garden of Yameshwara, Lord Shiva, and accepted prasada there at the request of the devotees. So, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, in great ecstasy, he would keep moving here around this place, and he would remove the sand from with his own hands, and he was lamenting one day ecstatically, "Where is the Lord of my heart? Where is my Prananatha?" He was searching for Lord Krishna here in the sand dune, in the sand. He was removing the sand and he was searching, "Where is my Prananatha? Where is my Lord?" So Gadadhara Pandita caught hold of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's hand and asked him, "Please don't remove the sand. Why are you removing the sand, O Lord? right? He was asking, why are you removing? And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to, he replied, Gadadhara, if I find any treasure here and give you, will you accept it? I am searching for a treasure here which is hidden here from a long time. I want to uncover that treasure and I want to give you. If I give you a treasure, will you accept, Gadadhara? Like this Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked. And Gadadhara Pandita replied, my dear Lord, I will accept certainly whatever you give as a jewel on my head. I will definitely accept it. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he was removing the sand here, and all of a sudden he said, look here, this is the tip of the crown of my beloved Lord Prananatha. You can touch it, you see here, like this. It was actually the crown of Tota Gopinatha. So then they removed the entire sand and they discovered this deity of Gopinatha. And since this was found here in Tota, the name is Tota Gopinatha. So that was a marble deity, what we saw just now. So with great enthusiasm, he removed the deity from the sand with the help of other devotees, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu revealed that this deity was Sri Gopinatha. Why he is called Gopinatha? Why? Because this deity, what is the form of Gopinatha in Vrindavan? Under the Vamshivata, he stands in Tribhanga position and he plays his flute. So there is a prayer, let us chant this prayer. Shriman Rasarasarambhi Vamshivata Tatasthitaha Karshan Venu Swanair Gopi Gopinatha Shriyestunaha. The meaning of this prayer is, Lord of the Gopis stands in Vamshivata and he plays his flute, thus calling all the Gopis of Vrindavan and heralding the beginning of the Rasa dance. May that Gopinatha bestow his blessings upon all of us. That is the meaning of this prayer. So, in Vrindavan Dham, for the Gaudiya Vaishnavas, there are three prominent deities. Which are the three prominent deities? Radha Madan Mohan, Radha Govinda, Radha Gopinatha. These are the three important deities for the Gaudiya Vaishnavas, and we should know the pranama mantras of all these three deities. When we go to Vrindavan Dham, we have darshan of all these deities. Of course, the original deities are in Jaipur, but we see these deities also in Vrindavan Dham, the Pratibhu deities. So, the first deity is Madan Mohan. Madan Mohan deity is called Sambandha Adideva. What is he called? Sambandha Adideva. So this, by worshipping Radha Madan Mohan, one will understand the Sambandha Jnana, the knowledge about one's relationship with the Supreme Lord. And Srila Sanatana Goswami worshipped this deity in Vrindavan Dham, Sri Radha Madan Mohan. First, a devotee has to take shelter of Radha Madan Mohan. What is the prayer for Radha Madan Mohan? Please repeat. Jayatam suratau pangor Mama mandamater gati Matsarvasva padam bhojo Radha Madana Mohano. I am lame and ill-advised, and the lotus feet of Radha Madan Mohan are everything for me. I take shelter at their lotus feet. So that means I am lame, I am not able to walk on the path of Krishna consciousness. I need causeless mercy of the Lord. I need to know who am I, what is my relationship with the Lord. And that Sambandha Jnana is revealed by Radha Madan Mohan. So that is the first deity, Sambandha Adideva. And then when one makes further progress in devotional service, one is advised to engage in the process of devotional service, and that is called abhideya, the process of bhakti. So if one has to become stable in the process of bhakti, one has to take shelter of Radha Govindji. So let us offer a prayer to Radha Govindji. What is the prayer? Divyad Vrindaranya Kalpadrumadarat Divyad Vrindaranyah Kalpadrumadaha Ratna Simhasanastho Srimad Radha Srila Govinda Devau Preshtalibihi Sevyamanau Smarami. So this is the prayer. In a throne, in a golden throne bedecked with jewels under a kalpa vriksha, their lordships Shri Shri Radha and Govindji are seated in Vrindavan, and they are served by their intimate associates, the gopis. And I worship Shri Shri Radha Govindji like that. That is the meaning of this prayer. So Radha Govindji is called what? Abhideya Adideva. Abhideya means the process of devotional service. Right? First is Sambandha Jnana, second is Abhideya Jnana. Sambandha means to know who we are, what is our relationship with Krishna. That is revealed by Radha Madan Mohan. And what is revealed by Govinda Dev? The process of devotional service. To become stable and fixed up in devotional service, we need to take shelter of Radha Govindji. And after this, the third phase is Prayojana Jnana. Prayojana means ultimate purpose. What is the ultimate purpose of our life? Prabhupada says the ultimate goal of a devotee is to join the dancing party of Sri Sri Radha Krishna in the spiritual world. So, we have to join there, we have to get entry there. And for that, we need to take the blessings of Radha Gopinath. We chanted the prayer, Shriman Rasa Rasarambhi Vamshi Vatatata Sthitaha Karshan Venu Swanair Gopi Gopinath Shriyestunaha. So, Gopinath is that deity who is playing the flute on the banks of Yamuna in Vamshi Vata, and he is calling everybody, come join my dancing party. Why are you dancing to the tunes of Maya? Come and dance with me. You will get real pleasure. So this is Gopinatha. So this is Gopinatha is called Prayojana Adhideva. He's called Prayojana Adhideva. So the Sambandha Adhideva, Radha Madan Mohan, was worshipped by Srila Sanatana Goswami. The Abhideya Adhideva, Radha Govindji, was worshipped by Srila Rupa Goswami. And the Prayojana Adhideva, Sri Sri Radha Gopinath, was worshipped by Srila Madhu Pandit Goswami. So these are the three deities, important deities of our Gaudiya Vaishnava tradition, and we need to chant their pranama mantras every day. It's very important, and meditate on them, take their shelter. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu discovered the deity of Krishna and said, this is actually Radha Madan Mohan. This is actually Radha Gopinath. Why? Because we have found him here. This is like Vamshi Vata, and he is also playing his flute in the same way that Krishna played flute 5,000 years ago, standing on the banks of Yamuna in Vamshi Vata. So the deity, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu found the deity was in a standing position. Today we saw deities in sitting position. How it is like that, we will see that later. But the deity was in a standing position. Mahaprabhu said, this is Gopinatha. And Mahaprabhu instructed Gadadhara Pandita, please take this deity. This is the treasure I was telling you that I will give you. Right? Please take this deity, install the deity here on the seashore, and you consider this seashore to be the bank of Yamuna river near Vamshi Vata, and with love and devotion you should serve this deity of Gopinatha. This is my instruction to you, O Gadadhara. So Gadadhara Pandita was so happy, blissful to receive this deity. No one knew that the deity is there, and Mahaprabhu, he, as his pastime, he uncovered this deity and he presented to Srila Gadadhara Pandita. So, it is said here, Gadadhara Bhavane Mohana Gopinatha Achena Yehena Nanda Kumara Sakshata. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, the son of Nanda Maharaj in the beautiful form of Gopinath resided in the house of Gadadhara. Sorry, Vrindavan Das Thakur is saying this in Chaitanya Bhagavata. And Lord Chaitanya personally embraced the deity of Gopinath. Even the atheists forget everything upon seeing that deity, it is said. Vrindavan Das Thakur, he is actually called the Vyasa of Chaitanya Leela. He has written Chaitanya Bhagavata. And this Vrindavan Das Thakur was who? He was actually the nephew, the son of the niece of Srivas Thakur. So we visited Srivas Thakur's Angan, right? Srivas Thakur's house in Mayapur Dham. His Srivas Thakur's niece. Niece means what? Sister's daughter. His son, her son is Vrindavan Das Thakur. Before even he took birth, he received the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That's a different pastime, we will discuss some other time. So, Nityananda Prabhu looked at Gopinath's beautiful face with his lip adorned with a flute. His tears of love could not be checked. Gaurachandra was joyfully chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra when he came. Gaurachandra then called out, Gadadhara, Gadadhara. And Gadadhara quickly came and offered his obeisances to the Lord. Lord Chaitanya then smiled and asked, O Gadadhara, I am not included on your invitation. Am I not included on your invitation list? I am not different from either of you. Even if you don't offer me anything, I will take it by force. I am certainly entitled to a share of the items brought by Nityananda, cooked by you and relished by Gopinatha. So one day, Gadadhara Pandita had called so many devotees. He made a nice meal and offered to Gopinath, and he was doing prasadam distribution. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came all the way, all without invitation he came. Why have you not invited me? Am I not on the invitation list which you have planned? So he said, even if you don't invite me, I will come and accept prasadam. So please give me the prasadam. So like that they all, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu relished prasadam. One day, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was going to see Gadadhara Pandita at Tota Gopinath temple. At that time, a young devotee, a girl, was chanting, was sweetly singing beautiful melody from the Gita Govinda. So Gita Govinda is a wonderful set of prayers composed by whom? Srila Jayadev Goswami. Jagannath likes Gita Govinda very much. There is a pastime connected with that, we will discuss later. So, Gita Govinda has the descriptions about the pastimes of Radharani and Krishna in Vrindavan Dham, and very nicely, beautifully composed by Srila Jayadev Goswami. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would relish hearing the narration or the singing of the Gita Govinda prayers. Like we have the Dashavatara Stotra, right? That is also from Gita Govinda. Every day we sing Narsimha Kirtan, the last stanza. Tavakara Kamala Vare. That is from Gita Govinda, composed by Srila Jayadev Goswami. So, one day, one Devadasi young devotee in Jagannath temple, she was chanting, she was singing the verses from Gita Govinda, and just by hearing the song from a distance, Mahaprabhu became filled with ecstatic love in his heart. He enjoyed this. He became absorbed in hearing this. So, he started, without caring to know who is singing, Mahaprabhu, out of great ecstasy, started running towards the singer. And on the way there were thorny bushes, and Mahaprabhu's body was getting bruises because of the bushes. But still he did not pay attention to any of these. He started running towards that voice, that singer who was singing. And seeing this, the Lord's intimate servant Govinda, he hastily ran towards Mahaprabhu and stopped him. And the Mahaprabhu was just few steps away from that singer, And Mahaprabhu was still singing, he was in ecstasy and he was just running towards that singer. So seeing this, immediately Govinda grabbed Mahaprabhu's hand and shouted, "A woman is singing!" And the moment Mahaprabhu heard the word woman, immediately he returned to his external consciousness and immediately he changed his direction. Instead of going towards the woman, he went away and he said lovingly to his servant Govinda, "My dear Govinda, you have saved my life today. If I had touched the body of that woman, I would certainly have died because I have taken sannyasa vrata." Sannyasi is not supposed to go and talk to a woman or intimately associate with a woman. So, Govinda, you have saved me. Now, this is one example of how ecstatic Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would become just by hearing the narrations of Krishna, especially the songs of Gita Govinda and many other songs composed by great acharyas. There were devotees like Chandi Dasa. Their songs Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would relish hearing, and Jayadev Goswami's Ashtapadi, the Gita Govinda, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would relish hear when his devotees were singing it. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was very strict in following the sannyasa principles. He had many devotees. In fact, every year from Gauda Desha, from Bengal, there were many Grihastha devotees coming all the way from Bengal to Jagannath Puri to stay here with Mahaprabhu during the 4 months of the Rath Yatra. And they would participate in Rath Yatra, and after that 4 months they would stay here only with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And there were many Grihastha devotees, right? And many Grihastha devotees, the women devotees would always offer respects from a distance. They would never come and touch the feet of Mahaprabhu or closely. They would not offer obeisances to Mahaprabhu. They would always offer obeisances from a distance. This was the standard that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had maintained. Very high standards of sannyasa. So in this particular incident which happened here, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was very much attracted to the singing of Gita Govinda verse, and he did not consider who is singing, so he got attracted. But then Govinda, his personal servant, stopped him and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu thanked him. So there was a devotee called Sri Vallabha Bhatta. He is also one of the associates of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He used to visit Yameshwara Tota regularly to have association of Gadadhara Pandita. And when Sri Vallabha Bhatta was ignored when he tried to explain the meaning of the holy name of Sri Krishna to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, at that time the devotees of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also could not respect the consideration of Vallabha Bhatta. So Vallabha Bhatta once actually gave an explanation of the holy name of Krishna, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did not like it very much. Why? Because it was not in line with the parampara understanding. So therefore first this Vallabha Bhatta went to Gadadhara Pandita and he requested, "Please hear, I have an explanation of the holy name of Krishna. You please hear." So this is mentioned in the Chaitanya Charitamrita. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is present in everyone's heart and he will certainly know my mind. Therefore I do not fear him. His associates, however, are extremely critical. So Vallabha Bhatta was a worshipper in the Vatsalya Rasa and he chanted the Bala Gopala mantra. By the association of Srila Gadadhara Pandita, this Vallabha Bhatta had a change in heart. He became attached to the worship of the Gopala's youthful form. At that time, Vallabha Bhatta repeatedly requested Gadadhara Pandita to give him initiation and teach him how to perform bhajana. In reply, Gadadhara Pandita said, "I am under the control of Sri Gaura Sundara, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. I cannot do anything independently without his order. You come and meet me just for this. Mahaprabhu scolds me." Gadadhara Pandita said. After some time, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu became pleased with Vallabha Bhatta And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Gadadhara, both, they actually, that is why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is known among the devotees as Gadadhara Prananatha. Here we see Gaura Gadadhara, we had darshan in the third altar. Next to Radha Krishna, we had Gaura Gadadhara. It is said, as we know, we have discussed this in Mayapur Dham, Gadadhara Pandita is none other than Srimati Radharani, and Gaura Sundara is none other than Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Krishna himself. So therefore, it is Gaura Gadadhara, they are like inseparably connected, energetic and energy. Krishna, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the energetic, Gadadhara Pandita is the energy. So that is why the devotees worship Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as Gadadhara Prananatha, and they worship Gaura Gadadhara together. Anyway, let's continue what happened. Meanwhile, when Sri Gadadhara Pandita invited Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his associates for lunch, at that time, with the permission of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Vallabha Bhatta took initiation from Gadadhara Pandita. It is said that when Srila Gadadhara Pandita became hunchbacked, he became a hunchback due to old age. So we are all able to sit straight because we are having a, we are still young, but a day will come when we are going to touch the ground. Correct, no? Forever we will not be like this. One day we will also bend like this. Because we don't want to voluntarily bend in front of Krishna. So Maya Devi makes us forcefully bend by making our spine arch. Everyone has to bend one day in this world. So better, Bhagavatam says, better voluntarily you bow down in front of Krishna. Bhagavatam says, the head which does not bow down in front of the deity of Krishna is a burden on the shoulders. Head is only a burden if it is not bending in front of the Lord. Okay, so finally, Vallabha Bhatta got the mercy of Gadadhara Pandita and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He repeatedly requested and he got initiation from Gadadhara Pandita. Many years passed by. Gadadhara Pandita became old. Due to old age, he had a hunchback. And every day Gadadhara Pandita himself would bathe Gopinatha deity, decorate the deity. This was happening every day because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had ordered. But then now he became hunchbacked. He could not reach the deity of Gopinath to decorate the deity. He was finding it difficult, right? So he decided that what is the use of my life if I am not able to follow the instruction of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? What is the use of living? So he decided to give up his life because he is not able to serve the Lord properly. So because of this, what happened the next day, he thought like this, what is the use of living? I don't want to live. I am not able to serve the Lord properly. He was considering to give up his life. So next day when he came to the altar to offer worship, to his utter astonishment, he saw the Gopinatha deity who was standing. He was now in a sitting posture. The deity sat down so that Gadadhara Pandita can properly decorate and worship the deity. You see how great Gadadhara Pandita is. Gopinatha did not want to miss the worship of Gadadhara Pandita. And when Gadadhara Pandita was feeling bad, what is the use of my life if I am not able to serve the deity given by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? The deity himself sat down. That's why you see the Lord, you saw the darshan, right? We had the close darshan. Krishna is sitting. Mostly 99.9% of the deities of Krishna, they will all be in standing posture. Isn't it? In Tribhanga position they will be standing. If you have seen in our temple, everywhere we see Krishna standing. But here Krishna is sitting. This is another special deity pastime with his devotees. Yesterday we saw Alarnath, one pastime. Then we saw Sakshi Gopal, another pastime, walking and coming, 100 days. Here the deity is sitting down. He sat down for the sake of his devotee. So as a result of this, Gopinatha, who is affectionate to his devotees, adopted a seating posture. and this is the deity whom we are seeing today. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he decided to wind up his leelas, one day he called all the devotees, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and all the devotees, they came to Yameshwara here in front of Gopinatha deity, and they said, let's have massive Harinam Sankirtan. We heard in Yoga Pitha the appearance of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. When he appeared also, there was a massive Harinam Sankirtan. The whole of Bengal was chanting, and especially not only the devotees, non-devotees also were chanting, imitating and making fun of the devotees. They were all chanting Hari, Hari. You remember? In Yoga Pitha. Now here, this is the disappearance place of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So when he decided that he will wind up his leelas, what did he do? He called all the devotees and did a massive Harinam Sankirtan. And when the Sankirtan went to its crescendo, that time Mahaprabhu entered into the altar. When everybody was seeing, Mahaprabhu entered into the deity of Tota Gopinath. And in this way he ended his leelas. And we saw that golden streak on the knee of Gopinath. That is the line which represents Chaitanya Mahaprabhu entered into the deity in that place, and in this way he ended his manifest leelas. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu manifested his leelas on this earth for 48 years. For the first 24 years he was in Navadvip. He did the pastimes as a Grihastha devotee, started the Sankirtana movement. At the age of 24 he accepted sannyas. For the first 6 years after accepting sannyas, he personally travelled to South India, to various holy places, and preached the holy name of the Lord. And then for the last 18 years he resided in Purushottama Kshetra here in Jagannath Puri, and he performed his special leelas here. And here especially Chaitanya Mahaprabhu displayed his highest ecstatic love for Krishna. And especially we are going to visit today, Gambhira evening, we are going to visit the place where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu resided, his personal room. There Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would display ecstatic symptoms. Whole night he would stay awake, chanting the Lord's names, remembering the Lord, and he was in full ecstasy. Then his devotees, his personal secretary Srila Swarup Damodar Goswami and his servant Govinda, both of them would pacify the Lord. Swarup Damodar Goswami would chant various shlokas from Bhagavatam to suit the mood of Mahaprabhu, and Mahaprabhu would be very pleased to hear those shlokas. All those leelas happened here in Jagannath Puri Dham in Gambhira. So in this way, the Lord is here in a Padmasana posture, sitting in lotus position, and that is actually due to his love towards his intimate devotee Gadadhara Pandita. So this is about Tota Gopinatha. Shri Tota Gopinath ki. Next we are going to visit in the same route. If you walk little further towards the beach, you will find the Samadhi of Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki. Okay. So this Haridas Thakur, we all have heard about, we chant his name every day. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki jai. So very briefly I will discuss about Haridas Thakur, then we can go and have darshan. Haridas Thakur is the incarnation of Lord Brahma. It is also said, in determination he is like Prahalad Maharaj. So Haridas Thakur, he was born in a Muslim family, but he was accepted by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as the Acharya of the holy name. Haridas Thakur, throughout his life, he had this vow that he chants 3 lakh holy names every day. And that means about 22 hours a day he was chanting. 2 hours he used to sleep and do other activities. For us, Srila Prabhupada has told ulta. 2 hours you chant 16 rounds of Hare Krishna mantra, remaining 22 hours you do other activities. But that also we are struggling a lot. Right? So Haridas Thakur, he was, he went to he was preaching all over and making devotees chant, making people chant Hare Krishna mantra. Even before Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's appearance, he was preaching. Okay. So, once what happened, since he was preaching and he was becoming popular, a lot of people were envious of him, especially the Smartha Brahmanas, who were thinking they were very superior because they are caste Brahmanas. They were becoming very envious of Haridas Thakur. So they went to this one person, whom Ramachandra Khan, I think. They went to him and they complained. See, this Haridas Thakur, he thinks so great about himself. He is a Muslim and he is chanting this Maha Mantra, and this is not correct. Like that they had so many. So they went to this person and said, you should do something about him. We should tarnish the image of Haridas Thakur. People are all thinking he is a great saintly person, but we should make people see that he is actually, his character is loose. That was their aim, so that his image will fall down in the minds of people and people will not take him seriously, like that. So there will be envious people like this, isn't it? Always they try to, do mudslinging and try to tarnish the image of devotees. So they were thinking what to do. Then they called some women, professional prostitutes in that village, and they all said like this, you should go and entice Haridas Thakur. You should attract him, allure him with your beauty. And most of the people, most of those women, they denied. They said, no, this is not correct. He is a great Vaishnava. But one of them agreed. So that one prostitute, she said, okay. She was promised a huge amount of money, and she said, don't worry, within 3 days I will entice this Haridas Thakur. Every man in this world, there is no man in this world who does not become attracted to a woman's beauty. So Haridas Thakur is also not an exception. He will also get attracted to me. Just give me 3 days time. So first day evening, this prostitute went to Haridas Thakur's place. Haridas Thakur was, he had a small bhajan kutir inside which he was sitting and chanting. So when this woman came, she said, she offered obeisances to Tulsi plant which was in front of the Haridas Thakur's house, hut. And then she also went and offered obeisances to Haridas Thakur and said, you are a young man and I am a young woman. So, and can we enjoy together? I am openly asking you, please fulfill my desire, like this. At that time, Haridas Thakur was chanting, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Haridas Thakur said, oh beautiful woman, surely I will fulfill your promise, your desire. Surely I will fulfill your desire, but please wait for some time. I have a lot of pending rounds to complete. Once I complete my chanting, definitely I will fulfill your desire. Please sit here and wait. So then Haridas Thakur continued his chanting. So she was waiting. Whole night she waited. She was hearing the holy name from Haridas Thakur. And it became early morning. And now she said, I think now it's not possible. She said, I have to go now. Haridas Thakur said, I am so sorry, I could not fulfill your desire. Please come this evening, surely I will fulfill your desire. So Haridas Thakur continued to chant and she went away. So second evening she came, same story repeated. She said, Haridas Thakur said, sit and I will complete my rounds and then we will talk to each other. But that never happened, continued to chant. Same day, same thing next day morning also. Come this day evening you surely come, I will fulfill your desire. So third day evening also she came. And third day evening also she was sitting and hearing chanting of Haridas Thakur. And that night there was a change in the heart of that prostitute. She actually revealed her plans. She said, Ramachandra Khan sent me here to tarnish your image, but you are such a pure soul, your mind was not agitated even in my presence, and in fact, she started chanting Hare Krishna mantra by the influence of Haridas Thakur. Right? The third night, Haridas Thakur is chanting, she is also chanting along with her. That's the power of association. Power of association with a pure devotee. So her heart was changed and she begged forgiveness. And she said, my dear Haridas Thakur, I am so sorry for coming here with this ulterior motive. So I want you to please accept me as your disciple. Please become my guru. Accept me as your disciple. Haridas Thakur said, I knew your purpose on day one only. First day only when you came, I understood for what purpose you have come. That day only I could have left this place and gone, but I wanted to show my mercy upon you. Therefore, I allowed you to come for 3 days. Now your heart is completely transformed because you have heard the holy names of the Lord. So I will definitely accept you as my disciple. But first what you should do is you should go back home. All the wealth and money that you have earned because of your sinful profession, you should give it in charity to the devotees and come here. So she followed the instruction of Haridas Thakur. She came there. In fact, she had even shaven her head and she had come. Because according to her profession, she has to look very attractive and she has to have very nice hairstyle. But now she was so much transformed because of the association of Haridas Thakur and because of hearing the holy name from him, that she gave up her attachment to her body and beauty. She shaved her head and she came. And she said, please instruct me, what should I do? So Haridas Thakur said, you please sit down here in this place and chant the holy names. And he initiated her, and after initiating her, she said, sit in front of this tulasi plant and chant, saying that Haridas Thakur left that village and went away. So he left that village and went away to another place, preaching. And from that day onwards, that woman, she also started chanting 3 lakh holy names every day. So this is the power of association with a pure devotee. So there is a chapter called Glories of Srila Haridas Thakur in Chaitanya Charitamrita Antya Leela. There this pastime is described. And also, this is one incident. There was another incident. He went to another place and he found out a cave in the forest, Haridas Thakur. So that cave, he thought, this is a nice place, I will sit and chant here. So inside the cave there was a venomous snake. But Haridas Thakur was not worried about that snake. So he went on sitting there chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. So, and the snake thought that such a great Mahatma, pure devotee has come, I should not be here. So the snake left that cave and went away. That's the influence of a pure devotee. And when Haridas Thakur was there in that cave, another woman came. She was also looking very beautiful. She came and offered obeisances to Haridas Thakur, and she tried to attract Haridas Thakur by her bodily beauty. And Haridas Thakur was not at all agitated by this. And seeing this, that woman revealed her original form. She said, I am actually the wife of Lord Shiva, Maya Devi, Parvati Devi. I have come here. I have heard a lot of glories about you. I wanted to test you, so I came here. But actually, the testing is not the original purpose for which I came. Previously, I had taken initiation from my husband, and he had initiated me into chanting the Ramanama. Lord Shiva had instructed, Shri Rama Rama Rameti Rame Rame Manorame Sahasra Nama Tatulyam Ramanama Varaname. But ever since I heard Hare Krishna Mahamantra from your mouth, I am attracted to this mantra. Can you please initiate me and give me Harinam Diksha? That's why I have come here. So Haridas Thakur initiated Maya Devi, and she also got attracted to this Harinam, and it is said. So Maya Devi also personally could not entice Haridas Thakur. For us, Maya Devi personally need not come. One small, any Chotu agent of Maya is enough for us. That is our position. But Haridas Thakur was so determined, so strong, that even personally Maya Devi could not entice Haridas Thakur. And the reason for this is he was firmly fixed up in his vow of chanting the holy names of the Lord. Anybody who is firmly fixed up on this vow, no matter what, I must complete my chanting with quality, with hearing. Such a person, Prabhupada says, by the blessings of Srila Haridas Thakur, he will be saved from Maya. So if we want to be saved from Maya, Maya is everywhere, especially Maya is in our mind, our thoughts. Those thoughts which we think disconnected from Krishna, that is Maya. So Maya is right there. Our mind is the universal headquarters for Maya Devi. Each one of us, Maya Devi is sitting in our mind. So through that, Maya Devi forces us to engage in materialistic activities, sense gratification. But if we become fixed up in the vow of chanting the holy names of the Lord, then we can be saved from the enticements of Maya. Otherwise, there is no other way. That's why Srila Prabhupada says, we must chant a fixed number of rounds of Hare Krishna mantra every day. Fixed number. That's a vrata. The 6 Goswamis of Vrindavan also, Sankhya Purvaka Nama Gana Nati Bihi. It is said in the Shad Goswami Ashtaka by Srila Srinivasa Acharya. The 6 Goswamis of Vrindavan used to chant a fixed number of rounds of Hare Krishna mantra every day. They would offer a fixed number of times obeisances to the Lord and His devotees. They were so strict in their following this vow. So we must be strict in this following. Generally we are strict with others, but we are too loose with ourselves. That should not be the way, right? We should actually be strict with ourselves. Self-discipline, very important. Okay, then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when Haridas Thakur came here, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu made sure that he gets a good place of residence in a solitary place that is called Siddha Bakula. We are going to visit evening the residence of Haridas Thakur, Siddha Bakula. Because Haridas Thakur was a Siddha Purusha. Siddha Purusha means he is a perfected being. Bakula means a tree. So one day Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to early morning darshan of Jagannath in the temple. The pujari handed over some prasadam to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Every day Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would carry prasadam from Jagannath and give to Haridas Thakur. This was his daily routine. Because Haridas Thakur was not allowed to have darshan of Jagannath, right? Because he was born in a Muslim family. So Jagannath himself would walk to his place. That is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu with prasadam. And that day, he also had, the pujari also gave a neem stick, datun, which is used to brush the teeth of Jagannath. That is also prasadam. Anything which comes from the altar is prasadam. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu got this datun, neem datun, and presented it to Haridas Thakur. And Haridas Thakur, what did he do there? He planted it there in Siddha Bakula. And within a short time, a tree grew there, neem tree grew. And under the shade of the neem tree, Haridas Thakur was sitting and chanting. Later it is said, a time came when they wanted to cut the tree to make Ratha for Jagannath. So they had marked that tree also. We'll cut this tree tomorrow. We'll come and cut. By the time tomorrow they went, the tree had all become hollow from inside. Now also we can see it had become hollow. So it was of no use. You can't construct any Ratha from the hollow tree. So it remained like that only. So today also we can see the hollow tree, Siddha Bakula, under which Haridas Thakur would every day sit and chant 3 lakh holy names. So Siddha Bakula is the bhajan sthali of Haridas Thakur. Now here when we are going here to the Samadhi, the place where Haridas Thakur left his body. Now that is also described in the Antya Leela of Chaitanya Charitamrita. One day, Haridas Thakur came and had a conversation with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He said, "My dear Lord, you have come to this material world very mercifully. You have displayed your pastimes, and I had the great fortune of seeing you, participating in your pastime, receiving prasadam from you, and I am so blessed. And I know very soon you are going to end your leelas in this world. And for me, it will be a very heartbreaking situation to see you leaving this world. I don't want to see that day where Mahaprabhu will be leaving this world. I don't want to see that day. Before you leave, I want to leave. I want to leave this world. So this is my desire. Can you please fulfill my desire?" And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, "Oh Haridas, what are you talking? Don't talk like this." Like that. But Haridas Thakur said, "No, my Lord, I have this great desire to give up my body on your lap. I want to give up my body on your lap in front of you. Just like the great Bhishma Deva, he gave up his body in the presence of Krishna. I consider my life will be successful if I am able to see you, seeing you, hearing your holy name. I want to give up my body. So please fulfill this desire," like this. So, and after few days, Mahaprabhu came to this place, to a place, and that's Siddha Bakula, and there was a massive Harinam Sankirtan. He had brought all his devotees, and as everyone was ecstatically singing and dancing Hare Krishna Mahamantra, Haridas Thakur also sang and danced, and finally he came to the feet of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and he gave up his body in the presence of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu when the Harinam Sankirtan was going on. Actually, that's the glorious way of giving up one's body. In the Dham, in the presence of the Lord, in full consciousness when Harinam Sankirtan is going on. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu declared, "This Haridas Thakur is as glorious as Bhishma Deva," like that. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took the body of Haridas Thakur in his hand and he danced ecstatically while the devotees performed Harinam Sankirtan. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took his body from there, brought to the sea beach, and he asked the devotees to open a pit. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu personally buried the body of Haridas Thakur, and he personally put the mud on the body, asked all the devotees to put this mud on his body. So he made a samadhi, the final burial of Haridas Thakur. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu personally performed. What a great opportunity for Haridas Thakur. What a great soul. Just like Ramachandra performed the funeral rites for Jatayu, like that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu performed the final rites for Haridas Thakur. And after the massive Harinam Kirtan was going on, and after that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came personally to Anand Bazar, where the prasadam of Jagannath is being sold, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu along with his associates, he personally begged Mahaprasadam from the devotees of Jagannath, and there was a huge Mahaprasadam collected, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu fed all his devotees in remembrance of Haridas Thakur. So Haridas Thakur, his disappearance, his activities, his disappearance is all wonderful, glorious. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu personally performed the final rites, and in his honor, prasadam was served to all the devotees. So this passing away of Haridas Thakur happened on the day of Ananta Chaturdashi. So on the day of Ananta Chaturdashi, this passing away happened. So a pure devotee, it doesn't matter where he is taking birth, which family, what is his material background, that is all immaterial. But he is exalted in whatever he does. Isn't it? So Haridas Thakur is such a benchmark for all the devotees. Many times we think, I am not from a very good family, I didn't have the samskaras from the beginning, I didn't know about Krishna consciousness. But look at Haridas Thakur, he was also like that. But he took the opportunity. raised above his material circumstances and became a pure devotee of the Lord. Right? So if we are determined, we can also rise to the standard of pure devotional platform. We can also conquer our lust and other material urges if we become fixed up in the vow of chanting the holy names of the Lord. This is what we should learn from Srila Haridas Thakur. One more incident I forgot to describe. When Haridas Thakur was preaching, when he was still young, before meeting Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he was preaching, very, very strongly. He was preaching to everybody. And the Muslim government was there at that time. So all the Muslims went and lodged a complaint against Haridas Thakur to their Muslim leader, to their king or whoever it is. So, this Haridas Thakur is chanting Hindu mantra. He is born as a Muslim, but he is chanting Hare Krishna mantra. This is not correct. Like that, they have lodged a complaint. So then, that ruler, he ordered this Haridas Thakur, he called Haridas Thakur and said, please stop chanting Hare Krishna mantra. You should stop chanting. This is not correct. This is not for us. If you don't stop chanting, I will punish you severely. I will even kill you. Like that. But Haridas Thakur said, you do whatever you want. I cannot give up chanting. Then that ruler ordered, in 22 marketplaces, this Haridas Thakur should be beaten with lashes. In 22 marketplaces, in open places, you should take him everywhere. In front of everybody, you should beat. So that people will know what is the punishment given to somebody who does not follow what the ruler is saying. And in between, till he says, I will stop chanting Hare Krishna, keep beating him. This was the order. So this Haridas Thakur was taken to Bai's 22 marketplaces. And there were those people who were with a, what is it called? Whip. They were whipping him. And so much they were whipping. They were telling, stop chanting. Tell that you will stop chanting Hare Krishna. Tell that you will stop. He would not stop. He would continue to chant. And finally, those people who were whipping, they felt so merciful. Why should we beat him like that? But they had to beat because that was the order of the ruler. And at one point of time, Haridas Thakur became unconscious. But he was still chanting. And he was thrown into the river, Ganga river, like this. And even so they thought he has died. But actually after some days he came back. He was alive. Krishna protected him. So from this we understand the determination of Haridas Thakur. Just like Prahalad Maharaj was tortured by Hiranyakashipu and his soldiers, the same purpose. Stop chanting the Lord's name. Stop being a devotee. But he was not at all ready to give up. Similar thing Haridas Thakur also. So we see how much determined Haridas Thakur was. Isn't it? So for us, no one has to come and tell stop chanting. We ourselves voluntarily can give up. Right? Oh Prabhu, exam came, so no chanting. Oh Prabhu, some project release is there, no chanting. Exams have come or some project submission, so no chanting. Somebody was telling, my relative's marriage was there. 3-4 days I was busy with that marriage. Prabhu, 3-4 days I did not chant, Prabhu. Their marriage. Why you are not chanting? In fact, even if it is your marriage, you should chant 16 rounds that day. Isn't it? So for no reason in this world we should stop chanting. Very important. This is what Haridas Thakur is teaching us. Right? And if we chant the holy name like this, with full faith, full determination like Haridas Thakur, Lord will give us His remembrance at the time of our death. And He will take us back home, back to Godhead. Another thing we should also see, the preaching spirit of Haridas Thakur. Right? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would send Nityananda Prabhu and Haridas Thakur. Go door to door and preach. You should make everyone chant Hare Krishna mantra. No one should be bereft of receiving my mercy. Everybody should receive, should cover everybody. 100% coverage, network coverage should be there. Go to door, rest. You should knock at their doors and make them chant. Haridas Thakur would go. Of course, he would be chanting and he would request people, please chant Hare Krishna mantra. So like this, the preaching spirit of Haridas Thakur, his greatness, and how Maya Devi herself could not do anything to Haridas Thakur. She received Hare Krishna mantra from Haridas Thakur. How that prostitute could not do anything to Haridas Thakur. So we should pray to Haridas Thakur that please give me determination in bhakti. I have very less determination. Very easily I give up chanting. I compromise my bhakti very easily. But I want to be like you. Of course, I can be at least 1% of you, my life will be successful. So we should pray to Haridas Thakur. So we will be going there, the place where Mahaprabhu buried the body of Haridas Thakur, the Samadhi. We can go there, offer prayers, and after that we will proceed to our rooms. And after that, what is the next program? Tell from there. From where? Okay. So breakfast prasadam will come to our rooms. We will have prasadam, and after that, we'll go to Jagannath Mandir for darshan, and after that we are going to some more pastime places of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Jagannath Puri. Okay? Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki, Shri Tota Gopinath ki, Srila Gadadhara Pandita ki, Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki, Jagannath Puri Dham ki, Vishwaguru Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Hare Krishna. How many of you feel that these associations